Short Kings, this video is for you. I've never been short before, can't imagine how it feels, but I'm sure some of these tips are gonna help. Let's get started. Let me guess, the biggest weapon you have at the moment is your jump. And you get so many comments on it, like, whoa, you can jump so high. Oh, you got so many hops. But you're still struggling to face the tall block. Sounds like something I've never experienced before because I'm actually 7.5 foot tall. You've come to this video in particular because you want to learn how to grow, not in height, but as a volleyballer and as a person. And let me tell you, I got the tips and tricks for you. Oh my God, okay, I give up. You're a shorty and you want to know how to beat the tall people. Let me tell you the secrets, because guess what? I'm not actually 7 foot tall. Oh, who would have guessed? Here are the secrets to beating those Goliaths out there. Tip number 1 is accept that you're short. Yeah, accept that you're a shorty and you're probably not gonna grow much. Everyone has to accept it. It is a disadvantage in volleyball, but it doesn't have to be the thing that stops you from getting better. It's just one obstacle in the way, just like so many others. And the faster you come to accept that, the faster you can use it as a reason to grow instead of an excuse not to grow. Let me say that one more time. Use your insecurities as a reason to grow, not as an excuse not to grow. So step 1, let go of the shame of being short. Because in volleyball, there's always going to be someone taller. And even if you are only 5 foot, who cares? If you love the sport and you love getting better, move forward and use your insecurities as a reason to grow, not an excuse for not growing. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes. First things first, if you're coming here, it's because you're spiking, you're getting blocked, and you've got no way out. Like before, your one weapon was how high you can jump and how hard you can hit, but it's not working anymore because people have grown taller and you haven't. So, the skill you need to learn and the skill that I've used that has helped me so much is my spiker vision. That is what's gonna win you points. And what do I mean by spiking vision? When you go up for a spike, what do you see? Do you see the ball? Do you see the block? Do you see the setter, the libero, the passers? What do you see? If you were like me growing up, all I saw was the ball on good days. On other days, I didn't even remember what I saw. It felt like I blacked out while I hit, landed, and then I just came back to reality. Yeah, it's sort of like, log out, I'm back. That's how bad my spiker vision was. I didn't actually know what I was seeing. So we need to try and evolve your spiker vision. Your spiker vision needs to be so good that you're going up, you're seeing the block midair, you're seeing the seam on this side, seam on that side, and maybe even seeing the seam in between the block. You should also be looking for passes. Sometimes when I go up, I can see the block, but I can also see down in that seam the passer. That's how much I've had to grow my spiker's vision because, I'm not that tall. I can't really jump that high. So I had to try and improve my spiker's vision. Some people get so good at it that they know exactly where everyone's on the court and they can find even just the pinky of someone's block. It's like that person in haiku, how he's a shorty, he can see the block and he wipes a lot. Exactly the same thing. But you need to level up that skill to about 1 billion if you want to compete with really, really good tall players. So you should be looking for pinkies, thumbs, you should be looking for faces out there, or this is what I like to think, not just vision, but your sensing ability. How well can you sense someone? Because even when I go up for a spike, sometimes I'm just sensing that there's a block here. I know the middle block's coming in. Even if I don't actually look at it with my eyeballs, I can sense it there, all right? So to get better and more aggressive and win more points as a shorty, you've got to be able to see what's in front of you and see the opportunities to win. Sometimes it feels like searching for a needle in a haystack. Sometimes it feels like the haystack is what you're looking for. The first question to ask yourself is, what can you see mid-spike? We talked about mid-spike vision. It's also more important to think about pre-spike vision. So instead of seeing mid-air, what are you looking at when you're back here? Because spoiler alert, people don't move that much after they see the dig and the set. So if you're looking at people over here, you have a good idea of what's going to happen. They can't move that far, meter, 2 meters max, so make the most of that. Read where people are and make decisions based on that pre-spike. Work on your vision pre-spike and during your spike. The next thing to consider is how you're being set. A lot of tall people like sets right on the net because they can bounce it, because they're so tall, they can just jump up over the top of the block and just dunk it on the other side. Us shorties don't have that advantage. And if we did get set a ball really close to the net, the only thing that's going to happen to us is getting absolutely owned. Yeah, we're getting blocked straight away if the ball's on the net. So as a shorter spiker, unless I'm running a really quick attack, I'm actually asking the setter to bring the ball off at least a meter. At least. This is where I like hitting the ball, contacting the ball. Because now, as a shorter spiker, I have access to angles that I never had before. I also have a lot of vision from doing that. So if I'm spiking the ball from back here, I can see the blockers, I can see everything. If I had to spike the ball here, it's really makes me sort of claustrophobic because there's a block right there and it feels like I can't see anything past them. I can't see who's behind them. I can't see over here. All I can see are big hands that are going to be absolutely destructive to my self-esteem. So as a short spiker, consider how you get set by your setter. If you find that you're always getting blocked or you're always sort of feeling the pressure and you can't see much, consider asking your setter to set off the net at least a meter. At least. And for my American friends, at least 3 feet, 3.3 feet? 3 feet. I think 3 feet's a meter. Whatever, moving on. The next thing to consider is how fast you run your attacks. Remember, as shorties, the biggest problem is the block. It's not the net height usually, it's the block that's behind the net. So why don't we just start hitting before the block gets there? So consider trying to learn a quick attack. Instead of sets that are really loopy, you could do sets that are super quick all the way through. So those are the things to consider as a short spiker if you want to try and still compete with those tall boys, those tall girls that ruin your day and ruin your self-confidence. All right, short kings, go forth and prosper, because Tall Artie has given you the keys to succeed. You get better with your practice, so go practice being tall or being a smart player. Go Jardy. This bit was like funny for like 5 seconds, but then it's so hard to keep my hair up and like, I think I've just sort of ruined my day. That's how frustrated I am with my hair. Don't be surprised if I'm bald in my next video because this hair is just everywhere. It's so hot. If you want to be a part of Club Artie, subscribe and join the Discord. If you want to support the videos that I give to you, consider becoming a member. You get access to my videos 1 week in advance. You also get access to these emojis that you could use down there in the comment section. It really helped me out as a creator because I'm just a coach. And in Australia, coaches get paid nothing.